What is up, everybody? Doing this week's best MMA bets. Doing it live too. Much love to everybody tuning in live replay. I love all you guys. Thank you all for the continued support. Also, check out the latest video. It's AJ Unfiltered, new series. I'm going over a bit of like MMA news, some topics. I'll give a hard opinion on some things. We talk about Jake Paul and why he's scared to fight the Spider Anderson Silva. But that's a whole nother topic. Check it out if you want to, though. Like this video. We need at least 100 likes on this week's best MMA bets. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on those post notifications so you do not miss a video. There's a lot of bets to talk about for this card. We're going to do it in our typical format: locks, dogs, some value plays, and then we'll send you off with some parlays. We're doing UFC Fight Night Smith versus Spann, aka UFC Vegas 37, and Bellator 266 Romero versus Davis, which for me, that's the fight I'm most looking forward to this weekend. That's going to be fantastic. But lots of good action, fights I'm excited to talk about. Let's get into it. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. Let's talk about some locks of the night. For the UFC first, I'll give you a list. There's a lot of good matchups, and obviously, like, some of these locks are going to be really widespread odds. Arman Tsarukyan, one. I think he's going to beat Christos Giagos most definitely here. Easy fight, no, but a very winnable one. You look at the odds for him, minus 750. It's ugly. He would be a parlay addition, especially a cross play, which we'll do for UFC and Bellator. That's what gets me pumped. Tsarukyan, I think dominant decision is likely. It's minus 120, but do I want to sprinkle it down? He's fighting a guy I think he'll definitely beat. Over 1.5, minus 310. Best prop bet value on Tsarukyan. Is it really there? No, at minus 750, but it's a parlay addition without a doubt. Tsarukyan's going to win, and he's going to dominate Christos Giagos. Now, looking through the card, another lock per se that I do like here, I feel like you have to jump towards at the top Anthony Smith. Stylistically, I think he matches up really well against Ryan Spann. I like the striking skill set difference between the two. I think Spann definitely has good boxing and kickboxing skills. He's got nice straight punches, but Anthony Smith levels to the game. Very fast, strings his punches and kicks together at a very high level. I mean, he was beating the shit out of Glover Teixeira on the feet, unfortunately gassed out. I think the volume will be lower. 5 rounds, he'll be more prepared. I think he'll choke Spann out, actually, in the 3rd round. I like minus 158 Anthony Smith without a doubt here. He's definitely a fun play. What do I want to play, though, with him? Anthony Smith by submission. I'm just feeling this submission here. Plus 375. That's great value. Smith has very good jiu-jitsu. It's not that Spann's incapable on the ground, but I think he'll get tired, and I think that's where we're going to see Anthony Smith truly capitalize in this matchup here with Ryan Superman Spann, and it's honestly one I'm pumped to see. Now, locks for the rest of this UFC card. You have to be cautious because Mota's making his debut, but I really like Mota against the short notice replacement Van Camp. He should be pretty dominant here. Potential finish for sure. Nicholas Mota, minus 299. The value isn't great on him, but I think you really can win this bout. There's a ton of props available for this one. I think we might be looking at the under here. Minus, yeah, it's favorite status, minus 115. Fight ends inside the distance, minus 160. I like under 2.5 a lot. Minus 115. Mota KO TKO plus 130. I think that's definitely possible in this matchup. Feeling like it's 2nd round. I don't think Van Camp is going out there and surviving here. He's not that he's a terrible fighter, but I think just matchup-wise, he's at a disadvantage. Now, those are what I would consider to be the locks. There's still other bets that I'm confident in, but I do want to jump over to Bellator and throw some of their locks at you. Davis and Romero, such a fantastic card. Now, I really don't think that you should be touching any of like these early fights of the night. The first two, I mean, if you maybe touch the Eddie Abaloso fight, but still, he's too unproven in MMA. Shane Keefe, he's a lock of the night, but I would say a lower confidence lock because of inexperience. He's 1-0. He's fighting an 0-2 old Rolion Grace who hasn't fought in years and is a terrible striker. Shane Keefe should knock him out, outstriking him on the feet, KO in the 1st round. Minus 170, which is actually not that bad of a price tag. Wrestler, He can beat that jiu-jitsu style. If he stops the takedown, he will. And then striking, there is a clear level difference between these two. Keefe will win inside the distance plus 110. No KO TKO prop, but Keefe is dominating Gracie. He's going to beat the brakes off of him here. I don't really think it's all that close. And then another one like Bobby Cerrone really should win, but I'm not giving these early guys enough credit to really go out there and play. Like with Gracie's an older guy, so I feel like Keefe is definitely beautifully matched up there. Now, the next of the locks of the night, Khalid Murtali. It has to be Khalid. I mean, I think that his game is so well-rounded. Fighting a good Muay Thai fighter in Anthony Adams, but I feel like he can mix up the striking, get the fight to the floor, and then have some really good dominance there. I like Khalid Murtali here. I feel like it's probably dominant decision. Could get a finish, sure. But do I want to play Murtali prop plus 170? Not that much. I prefer Murtali Khalid cross parlay. There's going to be a money cross parlay that he's involved in. We'll keep on jumping to more of these locks of the night. Christian Edwards, Ben Parrish, obvious lock of the night. I don't really think that bout is any bit close. Minus 855 favorite status for Edwards. Parrish is a tough cat, but there's levels to the game. It should be an inside the distance win for Edwards. That's minus 300. Does it go under 1.5? I think it definitely ends inside the distance. If under 2.5 was there, I'd like it more. Under 1.5, Edwards kind of takes his time. I feel like it's still going to be a domination. Probably second round stoppage, Christian Edwards. I prefer inside the distance or KO TKO minus 190. But it's favorite status for those props. If you want to play inside the distance, I'd lean you towards that. If your bookie allows you to parlay that, I think that could be a valuable option. You can't go too nuts with that one. I feel like that could just be very high risk for you there. Well, let's keep on moving because we have a good amount of plays as we move up this card. Another lock. Bellator's got some locks, man. Some real locks. Neiman Gracie, he is going to wipe the floor. Submission win over Mark Leminger. Potential heel hook. Watch out for it. Minus 264 to plus 236. I like the strong favorite, Neiman Gracie. I don't think this fight is super competitive. I think Gracie gets a submission win. The value, plus 150, not bad at all. Plus 150, it's very unlikely Gracie wins outside of dominating on the ground, winning a decision, or submission. I think he'll probably get the sub, plus 150. But Leminger is good on the ground. He's got a tricky wrestling base. He's not an easy guy to finish. I think Gracie could do it. It is 3 rounds, though, which, maybe if it's a 5-rounder, definitely. I'll say Gracie. Second round submission. Just play a little bit on the prop, potentially. Definitely Gracie's a parlay. A fantastic parlay play. Now, that's it for the true locks of the night for Bellator and UFC. If you haven't smashed the likes, we need at least 100 likes on this full Bellator and UFC betting breakdown. Almost said PFL. I'm thinking way ahead to the PFL action coming up in the next month or so. I want to give you guys some underdogs, though. Underdogs that are juicy to play because there are some good ones on both of these cards. Underdogs are getting me pumped here. Okay, so underdogs with the UFC will start early, moving up. I mean, yeah, I have some underdog plays. Like, I think Goldie can definitely beat Emily Whitmire, plus 110. I think Hannah Goldie can beat her, but it's women's MMA. I'm not going to include that as like hey, go out and bet these underdogs, but they're definitely value there. Gustavo Lopez could potentially knock out Heli Alatong. I like him as an underdog. Keep on moving up through the card. Oh, Montel Jackson. This is a sneaky play. That right there, underrated favorite. And honestly, probably should have been included. I did not write him down as one of the locks of the night, but he should be a lock of the night. So you know what? Special edition lock of the night. If you're tuning into the dogs portion, you didn't leave the video, you know about this next the lock of the night on the dog section. But let's keep on moving. Let's keep on jumping. An underdog that I'm really feeling. Like, if I have to play an underdog, I want to give you the money, plus 180 Nate Maness. That's, really the underdog that I have the supreme confidence in. I could tell you the other dogs that I could see winning the fight. Less confident, betting-wise on those. I like Nate Maness to win. I really think there's a high possibility. He's so long. He's elusive. He's versatile with his skill set. He has good grappling and striking, and he's plus 180. Nate Maness for the dub. You don't need to play a parlay. Over 1.5 definitely cashes. Nate Maness plus 181 is a fantastic UFC dog. Now, betting wise, if you want to play with some of the other dogs, Brandon Jenkins coming on short notice against Zhu Rong. I feel like Rong's going to beat him. I think that there's high possibility of Lopez winning the bout as another underdog. Mike Rodriguez, another one, but he's more of an even money play, so not really a true dog there. But let's jump to Bellator, because the dogs over in Bellator, I think, are really going to come out barking. One that I really like a lot, and I've picked him a lot and came through with him being an underdog, is Alex Palizzi. The grappling game is so tricky. Grant Neal's physically a specimen, very strong, good wrestling and top control. Anybody can deal with it, it's Alex Palizzi. If anything can be countered, it's Alex Palizzi, man. He's the guy. Plus 174. Alex Palizzi to win. Submission, but they don't have that. They have inside the distance Palizzi. Plus 425. The sub props, it's got to be plus 500. I think he's going to pull it off here. Now, another one of the dogs I like, less notable guys, but I think Socrates Hernandez could definitely get a W against Pedro Juarez. I see clear paths to victory for him in that striking matchup. Don't prop it. Play it straight as an underdog. Another one, Albert Gonzalez. So much longer than Abraham Vasu. I think he'll knock him out in the second round. Coming back from a leg injury, won his last fight. Coming back from a serious leg injury. Now, he's a pretty close money dog, plus 122, but still an underdog, still somebody that you could cash with. Another close money dog that I do like is Georgi Karahanyan, plus 108. If you can get that value, I think it's valuable for sure. He's really a true experienced dog that I have confidence in. Yes, Sal Rogers is good. Moving up a weight class. He's fighting a guy that's competent everywhere and has knockout power. I think Georgie is going to competitively beat Saul Rogers. Great underdog. And then at the top, Yoel Romero, another pick, plus 110. He's an underdog. He's a confident underdog. He's in a very difficult fight, but I think he's going to win a decision here. I think Yoel Romero decision. Let's see what the value of that's sitting at. Romero wins by a decision, plus 305. That's juicy. That's very juicy. I like that. I'm tempted to play that right there. I like Yoel Romero a lot. As you can see, there's some damn good dogs on the Bellator card that I really think are going to come out barking. Value betting wise, I mean, there's definitely plays you could do. Kute Laba, I think, probably should go out there and win his fight. Be careful with these women's MMA bouts. I think that Lipsky should definitely win. Blanchfield should probably beat Alpar, but Alpar is not easy to deal with. Kasanganai, I think, has a path to victory against Harris, but it's too difficult to really want to throw substantial money at. And Joaquin Buckley, he's a lot shorter than Ahoyo, but I do think he'll get the knockout. Let's see what the prop bet Buckley KO is. I mean, a little bit probably biased that everybody's going to have and probably throw down on Buckley as that knockout of the year, but he's coming off a bad knockout loss, plus 100. It's not good enough value for me. But let's jump to the parlay side of things, because the cross parlays are really where the value of betting is going to be this week. At least in my opinion, that's where I see the most value betting wise. All right, let's go. Let's get into some of these value plays. Cross parlay. All right. Who do we want to cross parlay? Let's go supreme confidence only, because I don't want to end up shitting the bed on a cross parlay. Khalid Murtali, Arman Sarukian, minus 2,000. Let's say if we added in Edwards, who I don't see losing. And let's also add in Montel. I've lost with Montel in the past when he fought Brett Johns, though, which makes me nervous. Minus 112. You're getting near even money for what I see as some true dominant locks here that are kind of worth a bet. Now, if you want to get riskier with things, which you're definitely living more so on the edge, if you do, you add in Anthony Lionheart Smith at the top, plus 197 value. That's a fantastic cross parlay. This is not one that includes, underdogs and whatnot. This is the strong favorite confidence 5-fight parlay. But if you want to dog play some things, like if you can pick correctly on some underdogs this week, some serious money that you could be taking home, because I really think value betting with these dogs is there. Let's see, who's the dog that I would take? I'm loving the dogs over in Bellator. I don't want to put it on those Socrates, though. I'm too worried. So definitely Khalid is going to be a staple to all parlays. I think Edwards is another. Like, you kind of have to play it. But let's say you put Georgi Karahanyan, plus 191. Neiman Gracie, another fantastic play. Khalid Murtali, Christian Edwards, Neiman Gracie. We're just getting into these strong confidence parlays, aren't we? You know, at the end of the day, there's some good favorites that I really see difficult paths for their opponents having much of a chance in hell at beating them. And you know what? Let's be ballsy. We added in Shane Keefe. Plus 224. This is a fantastic five-fighter parlay with confident picks only. There's no doubt really in any of these picks that I'm throwing at you for this five-fighter parlay. Obviously played intelligently. Like, you can't guarantee anything in mixed martial arts, but I would say there's very high likelihood that all of these fighters win. Like, that's just being realistic here. Let's see. Where can we take it? Let's say Smith in there. This is more of a Hail Mary, but Khalid, Edwards, Gracie, Sarukian, Keefe, Mota, and Smith. It's a casher. It's a definite casher because it's confident favorites across the board for both organizations. I think there's a lot of value in these strong confidence plays when you're doing Bellator and UFC. You don't want to go too nuts cross-playing things, especially if you want to go underdog heavy. I mean, yeah, I threw a lot of dogs out at you, but do you want to play some of these newer guys to the game? You know, I just think, like, play Socrates, and then he's going to go out there and have a shit gas tank. I just can't bring myself to do it. If you want to play more the higher level of underdogs, Yoel Romero, a guy, proven skill set, and you match him up, you go double main event play, plus 214. That could be valuable for sure. But if you want to take the risk on Romero up a weight class or not, I think he's going to come in looking like a straight monster when he goes out there and fights. So we're definitely going to see what happens. Overall, some solid parlays. We have the weigh-in recaps for both of these organizations tomorrow. That should be a lot of fun. I appreciate all my people for tuning in. Much love. Smash the hell out of the like button. Subscribe if you guys are new here. And to everybody watching live, much love. And hey, don't forget, man, Rami says long time no see. Listen, bro, I'm posting videos all the time. Even if I'm not live, I still got content dropping pretty much every day. So you got to stay tuned for that. Keep your eye out. Turn on those post notifications. You do not want to miss a video. Turn those post notifications on. Like this video. Subscribe. Much love to all of my people. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's best MMA bets, and I think we did pretty well. I think we got some good ones, and we had a lot of fun doing it, and we did it at a damn good rate too. We went through them pretty fast, but much love. I'll be live for the fights. Probably, I'm not tuning in to all the Bellator prelims. Like, I just can't. I can't bring myself to it, and actually, I got to go to a birthday party, but I will be featured prelim and up for the full Bellator card, and obviously, I'll be throwing some UFC play-by-play as well, but we have to specify it towards the Bellator game. Much love, my people. Thank you all so much. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great night, everybody.